So we finally reached the conclusion of Phantasm. And this one is indeed the final installment. Reggie Bannister, A. Michael Baldwin, Kathy Lester, Bill Thornberry, and Angus Scrimm as the Tall Man. Brothers Mike and Jody doubt that everything has happened with them is actual and it's all just mind games. But how can that happen at the same time in the heads of everyone? They join family friend Reggie to battle the Tall Man, a supernatural Undertaker, and his evil minions from another dimension one final time. And, that sounds like the IMDb synopsis of it. Or the second half does. And yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, so what are we going to have here? Well, we're going to have the beginning of which Reggie is a little bit older, but he's still a badass. He is still able to, with difficulty, manage to shoot all the dwarves. He finds an asshole who stole his car in a tense, funny scene. And like, hey, you don't see too many 71 Barracudas on the road that often. Black or whatever, it's like, I used to have a car just like it. Reveals the gun and manages to just pretty much get the poor guy to, pretty much be stripped naked except for his underwear. That was funny. It's like, okay, and then he puts the sunglasses on thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be an awesome movie. And then we cut to Reggie in with an early onset dementia. And I'm thinking, what? What was that? Like, saying, hey, the Tall Man, like, everything you just had was all in your mind. And I'm thinking, where is this coming from? What is this? So, now they're introduced something known as the dream world and the awake world. That's supposedly real life with Reggie in a wheelchair. And I don't know. This somehow, I liked the state of mind that can be influenced by the Tall Man. He's still managing to pretty much collect all the deceased and everything, and we actually get to see some locales of Ravage Town's miniatures. We get to see him do some action, which I liked, but definitely this movie, I don't know. It just felt like this is the ending that it needed, but it didn't feel like it was. The idea of it could have been expanded on more, but what we get is fine. Let me explain why. Because Angus Scrimm was, 88, 89 when this film was being made. And we even get to see him, as Jebediah Morningside in the bedside in 1860. So there's obviously the time travel aspect, which is cool. So yeah, you can be forgiven that. It's like, hey, he was going from 6'4" to 6'1". Still wearing the platform shoes though, which was pretty cool. And at this time, sadly, Reggie Bannister, the actor, would begin to have dementia, and he still has it to this day. So it's kind of sad, really. I mean, ironically sad, but I don't know. This movie feels all right. We get the badass chick from number 3 returning, as we have to take down a lot of the to still take down some of the spheres and everything. We get a little person named Chuck, and then also a lady named Dawn that was there in the beginning or whatever, and said, yeah, this world belongs to the Tall Man now, and we get to see everything wrapped. I'm thinking, okay, but when we have Michael talking to Reggie, saying like, yeah, you have early on stage dementia. It's like, in order to help prevent it or at least slow it, we need to keep your mind engaged. So that to people. So to my future self, keep your mind engaged. Do crossword puzzles and stuff. Watch a lot of movies and do this. So I just, I was like, I like the idea of how they were able to have like the the sleeping state and the real state. I felt like that was expanded on enough because, you know, they were on different directors. So, yeah, that felt good. And it felt like, you know, hey, things are going good. And, I don't know. It felt kind of like a wimpy end, but given the circumstances of everything going on with two of the actors, they did the best that they could. So, I don't know. I mean, the little person was there. His name is Chuck, ironically. Reggie and Angus got into a fight over, like, the White Room sequence. Whatever. I don't know, really. I don't care. I mean, it's 2018. It's also got some editing styles of, like, where he'll cock a gun and then look badass and everything like that. So that was kind of like what the motifs of going on with shooters at the time. So, you know, it's all right, I guess. But look, with all these Phantasm movies, it's no doubt going to be influenced by what was in vogue at the time. So I can forgive it to a point, and all the circumstances surrounding the actors. So they did the best that they could. And, you know, Don written and produced and just had a different director. And you know what? That's fine. I like this. All these movies are good to freaking great, so, or even comical. So yeah, I would say do check out all 5 of the Phantasm movies, but of course your mileage may vary.